Hello and welcome to Movie of the Year, the only podcast on the internet that has the science and the screaming to determine what is the single greatest movie of any given year. This season is 2002, and we need a break. So instead of analyzing all of these 2002 movies, we are going to analyze instead characters. We have a draft. It's my favorite night of the year. It's draft time. With me, as always, is Greg.
Hello, Ryan. I am here, and I am ready to draft.
Do you know what we're drafting? Or when you say draft, do you mean like I'm going fast, but you're going to go right behind me?
Yeah,
and then
that's what I
go
meant.
Faster? How does that even work?
Because I sneak in, you create a tiny vacuum behind yourself, and I kind of sneak into that vacuum, lowering my own wind resistance, Ryan.
Also, Caitlin is here. Caitlin, did you know that's what draft meant?
Wow, I had no idea. I'm so glad that I now know what a draft is. It's been hitting me all day, so finally proud to know what it is.
Listeners can't see this, but Caitlin is now trying to do that to me and Greg right now. She keeps trying to move around us.
Yeah.
Like, Caitlin, stop.
Trying to sort of tuck under our arms.
I saw The Flash do it one time, and he made like a vortex, so I'm here to do that too.
Is this, and I'm gonna talk our listeners' language now. Is this a thing you can do in Mario Kart?
Oh yeah. And then you you kind of if you do it long enough, you get like a little turbo boost that also makes you a little bit immune to being shoved by the other drivers. Oh,
well,
drafting
shit.
in Mario Kart is the best.
So yeah, I'm not gonna play Mario Kart against Greg ever again. But tonight we're going to do something special. The three of us are going to draft our 2002 Avengers. They're all characters from movies of different genres. The genres are drama, comedy, action, family, and then horror, sci-fi, fantasy is the fifth. And the sixth is dealer's choice, whatever we want from any genre. You can draft them in any order. But what we're going to do is by the end of the night, we're going to build a team that could beat the shit physically, mentally, verbally, however, out of the other two teams. Our decider will be Mike as to which team won, but we're also going to put it out there to the post first. Are we still on Twitter? What are we doing with Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter. It turns out Twitter didn't just disappear, dry up, and blow away. But it is very fashy lately, so
yeah.
TBD whether or not we're going to stay around.
So watch for Caitlin to draft a Red Skull from Captain America. A movie did not come out in 2002, but she wins Twitter just because she drafted him. Guys, what are your strategies here? What do you want? What do you think makes a good team, Caitlin?
I am just going off of characters that kind of, I guess, scared me, intimidated me, or made me want to be them. Empowered me. That's who I'm looking for on my team, and I think I have a solid list of people that I'm ready to bring.
Greg, Caitlin says her list is solid. Do you think yours is solider?
I'm not sure. My technique was pick characters that had abilities or cool items or access to good weapons or treaties or something. So I'm coming in with the cell for different moves my guys could potentially do.
And treaties, that's the cute word that you call treats. Treaty. So if they have
little treaties,
they have little chocolates, then that's a treaty. Greg, you have the draft order.
I do. I have it right here.
What is that? Let's do it before we take a break.
But you made me promise I would never tell anybody, Ryan. So of course I will not be letting you know.
Let's pinky swear right now that you will tell only us.
Okay,
and that's it.
Just you two. The first pick goes to Caitlin.
Woo!
Second pick goes to Ryan, which means the third pick goes to me. Just the worst I could have done in that, I feel like.
That's not true because this is a serpentine draft, which means Greg gets picks 4 and 5. No, 3 and 4. Caitlin will pick 5th, and I will pick 6th and 7th. When we come back, the 2002 Avengers are about to be assembled. Caitlin, you are up first. You have an empty team. Who's going on here? And let's keep in mind the name of my daughter, the tattoos that I have, the way that my house is decorated, and please go ahead and pick.
Okay, cool. So I am first going to pull from the fantasy, sci-fi, horror. And for my first pick, I will take Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones.
Wow, why was I nervous at all?
Very, very interesting. So now, Ryan, we don't have any weird thing where she like that in like the rest of us can't pick anything from Star Wars, right?
We absolutely do, Greg. Obi-Wan and General Grievous and Yoda are now off the table.
Oh, okay.
General
So you
Grievous.
just
It's a hard loss. It's a hard loss.
Because Anakin Skywalker, or as I call him, Hayden Christensen,
That's
has
right.
been drafted.
so then
First pick, first round.
not Yoda, not the
No.
Emperor.
No.
All
Both
off the
them
board.
died like soon after. Anakin Skywalker lives on for like 6 movies. Come
No,
on, like-
if I remember correctly, the Emperor and Anakin died right around the same time.
they sure did.
And couldn't
But
Obi-Wan have been
Emperor did
picked?
something. Yeah,
But you did not. Keelan,
it was a hard choice.
how do you see this person working? Like, is he
Anakin.
a leader? Is he like the Marines that you send out immediately?
No, he's the broody one, but also he's like the one at the front lines who is willing to do something stupid that I like don't want to save my other people for. Like he will run out first and get like be the distraction, but also has enough power to hold his ground for long enough where I'm like, that is a good detour to the rest of my team that is coming.
What's his mom's name? Vera?
No, it's oh
Shmi?
geez, Shmi.
Shmi.
Yeah, Shmi.
Oh, yeah, no. Vera was ridiculous. It's Shmi.
Don't stop me, Shmi.
Is there going to be a point where he faces off one of me and Greg's Avengers? And then he's like, wait, your mom is Shmi? My mom is Shmi. And then they stop fighting?
And
That's
then
what
the
I-
pearls hit the floor.
In the action category, I'm taking Spider-Man.
Very good.
He is going to be my everything until I get somebody else. Greg, you are up, and you have 2 picks.
Okay, let's see. So first, I need to go with the sci-fi fantasy horror. It's so harsh, I think, that those are all in the same thing. There's some real doozies in there.
Mm-hmm.
But from sci-fi fantasy horror, I'm going to pick Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. And let me tell you why. There's a lot of good reasons. Aragorn is an amazing tracker. He's like from a better type of human, which like Tolkien is like a little suspect in a few different ways. And one of them is that like there's better types of humans and Aragorn's one of them. But aside from that, like a great fighter. But more than anything else, he goes into that haunted mountain and he gets that whole army of undead. And basically everything that happens in The Lord of the Rings is completely wrapped up by his just coming with his ghost army. And they just absolutely annihilate all the forces of Mordor. So I think I'm going to bring him and his ghost army onto the old Greg squad under sci-fi fantasy horror.
But before you make your next pick, not going with Gandalf, was that a hard decision?
Yeah, I would have chosen Gandalf.
I know, but what I thought about it and what I realized was like, what's the most powerful thing that happens in the entire movie trilogy? And
You shall not pass.
It's not. It's there are 2 full armies on the battlefield, and when Aragorn brings in his undead, they wrap it up in like 2 seconds. They just like swarm all over the bad guys and eradicate them right away. So Gandalf very strong, but I just think Aragorn and his undead forces and his ability to just like bring everybody together. If Aragorn says you have to defend us now, he does it with Rohan. He does it with his own people of Gondor. He does it with the undead forces.
He's a good leader.
He's a
Caitlin,
great
yeah,
leader.
here's why I think that it's awesome is that if he's the Marines, he'll handle it. If he's the captain of the team, he'll handle it. And if he's like, if there's a spot on the team for like most handsome, he will handle
Yes.
He'll handle that too. Yeah, if someone just has to stand there. Also, dude, when they made him king, he just busts out in song. Did King Charles do that when they made him king? Did he just suddenly start singing? No.
Did Anakin Skywalker ever do that?
I wish he did.
All right, Greg. So you have Aragorn is, I'm assuming, sort of your leader so far. Who's
Yeah.
going to pair up next to him?
Yeah, I'm starting off bringing him in. Okay. What I want to do next is I want to get a really I want to pick from a category where it's kind of hard to pick someone very effective, and so I'm going to go to comedy, and I'm going to say the tuxedo guy from the movie The Tuxedo.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, Jackie Chan with the tuxedo. Now we've seen this movie done a few times by now, but tuxedo
Iron Man?
was the yeah, but I mean specifically more like Upgrade, Ryan, or like the there's
Right.
one where like, oh, I don't know what my body's doing.
So
and
you get the body doing cool things, with the face being like, "Rrr."
yeah, exactly. And Jackie Chan could pull that off. And the whole reason why is because he's got that cool tuxedo that makes just an average guy an amazing fighter.
That's awesome. That's a good one. And as much as we want to make that action, that's a fucking comedy.
That is definitely a comedy, yeah.
With Jennifer Love Hewitt, right?
Yes, dude. Jennifer Love Hewitt is in that. Peak Hewitt.
So, Caitlin, just so you know, we cannot draft Jennifer Love Hewitt from the tuxedo, if that was on your list.
Phew, gotta cross that off everywhere it was, for sure.
I'm going to go with my horror sci-fi fantasy. And I think that the person, and although this is going to take some props and maybe some planning, and it's definitely not Spider-Man's jam, but I feel like Spider-Man is like the face of the team and does the overly patriotic stuff, while we have our deep, like, SEAL team. She just has to make sure you watch a VHS tape 1 week before she attacks. I'm going to pick the girl from The Ring as my second pick, as my sci-fi fantasy horror person.
That's a good one.
I feel like you're getting like a different type of attack here, Ryan. Like if we're just doing pure power on power, then she's not maybe going to be one of the most powerful characters, but she's got like unconventional tactics and stuff, skittering along the ceiling.
Yeah, and I just think, like, I took Caitlin's thing to heart, where she was like, who do I want to be, / and I've seen Caitlin when she wakes up in the morning. She looks just like the girl from The Ring. But also, who are you intimidated by? And there's no escape from the girl from The Ring.
No. Even though she moves, relatively slowly.
All right, Caitlin, one more pick before we go to break. You have your sci-fi fantasy horror person. Who's next?
I'm gonna go with my family person, and this is a person who I think is very you don't know what they're gonna do. They're truly like their own type of wild card. But I'm gonna do Stitch from Lilo and Stitch because
nice.
Because they could like literally kill you and laugh afterwards, and everyone's like, "Yes, I'm on board with that too." It's like our mascot, but also like our secret weapon. So
also, Stitch is like the Iron Giant, right? Stitch has like kind of aggro mode where Stitch goes like super shredder. Yeah.
But I think that you need Lilo on the team, much like you need that little boy from the Iron Giant.
Yeah, you're going to need to bring in a Lilo.
Well, you need Lilo to ground him, but I want him unhinged, so I just want Stitch.
Okay, so
you're talking about Animal without any of the other Muppets.
That's right.
All right.
No hand in this puppet.
Charlie Day and nobody else from It's Always Sunny.
You know who isn't that? Anakin Skywalker, who is doing the same thing.
Yeah, doesn't
I know.
He commits a little like. Doesn't he like kill a whole village of people in Attack of the Clones?
Yes, he does. He kills all the Tusken Raiders, the men, the women, the children, all of them. And so I have a very aggro team right now, and I'm very proud of what I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah, you're just dropping them off and then heading for the hills.
If we're all the Nick Furies to these Avengers, Caitlin right now is the one who's being like, son of a bitch. Are they seriously doing this again?
I'm making a Suicide Squad.
Yes.
But a good version, like not the bad movies.
No, it's definitely a good version. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, hopefully Caitlin will find someone to ground Anakin and Stitch. Hey, guys, thank you so much for listening so far. And let me just tell you that everything ahead of this commercial is much better than what came before it. That's my guarantee. While I have you here, let me tell you about a website. It's called yourpopfilter.com, and it's everything you need that's related to Pop Filter. Everything Mike, everything Ryan, everything Greg, everything Cassie, everything is there at yourpopfilter.com. While you're there, go to yourpopfilter.com/Amazon. Make that your new Amazon bookmark and do your shopping from there. That way, we get a little piece of the action and Amazon doesn't. Make sure you're also listening to everything that Pop Filter has to offer, which includes the Superhero Show, a podcast that covers every single TV show that's based on a comic book or comic book property, and Movie of the Year, where we sit down and try and figure out what is the single greatest movie of any given year. That's Superhero Show, that's Movie of the Year, and that's yourpopfilter.com. Rate, subscribe, review, bye! Now, Caitlin, before you pick, are you even thinking about a way to keep these monsters apart and coordinated, or are you just gonna do a third monster?
I actually have someone in my pocket right now who I think will be the person to ground this whole team.
Is it Stuart Little? Is that why it's in your pocket?
He's coming out of my pocket, and it's Stuart in his car. No.
Now, I have to remind everybody that if somebody picks Stuart Little, no one else can pick any of the other characters from Stuart Little. That's important.
No. You can't
His
pick
loving family.
the boy, the other like orphans that were not adopted. No, I'm going to go into the drama category. This was the hardest category for me because it wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't watch a lot of dramas in 2002. So I'm going to choose from my Big Fat Greek Wedding, which I thought was a drama when I searched the category.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I'm taking Tula from that.
Is that the mom?
No, the main person.
Oh, okay.
The one whose wedding it is.
Yeah, her wedding. I'm taking her because I feel like she can really whip into shape Anakin Skywalker and Stitch and make sure that they are as aggro as possible, but also still in line.
On her, and this is a very 2002 joke, so bear with me here, guys. On her tool belt, how much Windex is there?
So much Windex,
Okay,
and everything, comes from Greek. So she's probably going to, I don't know. I know her dad normally tells them how they're Greek, but that's going to be her also superpower as well. Telling Anakin how he's Greek.
All right.
You know she picked that up from her dad.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with comedy as well, and I'm going to pick the brains, the brawn, and the leadership. Maybe not the leadership. Maybe I still have to think about that. But I'm going with Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Who was responsible for basically every single mystery solved. It turns out it wasn't that Stony guy and his talking dog. It was actually Velma every time who solved the mystery.
Using intellect and actually pursuing leads.
Now, I'm going to have to tell Spider-Man and the girl from the ring, probably just Spider-Man, that watch out for glasses on the floor and web those back onto her face because she's going to lose those a lot. But I think that she's going to help me out a lot in this battle.
Man, I think she's going to really kind of bridge the conversational gap, too, between the girl from the ring and Spider-Man. There's probably not a lot they have to talk about. But she's sort of used to monsters.
The funny thing is that the girl from the ring loves quips. She loves when superheroes have that a little bit of sarcasm, All right, Greg, we've got Aragorn and Jackie Chan. Where are we going now?
All right. Drama, again, it's just a tough one. It's hard to figure out, who you're supposed to pick. And so I want to make sure I lock down a good dramatic character. And I need someone who is going to... I don't have a lot of edge to my team right now, Ryan. So I need someone who's going to go in there and be a little edgy. Someone who works with edges quite well. Someone who is maybe a butcher. Butcher Bill.
Bill the Butcher.
Bill the Butcher, leader among men.
Which is one of the few action figures, as far as drama goes, that comes with giant knives that he will throw at you. That's
exactly.
Sort of an action hero character in a history period drama.
And I know this movie is sketchy / kind of bad, but he's a very compelling character. And I just think, again, we're going to need a little bit of that grit. And I think he's got the grit that it takes to get the job done.
I think it's a good one. Do we have too many crazy people on your team?
Okay, because I've got Butcher Bill. I don't think so, because Aragorn's not crazy. He is bringing an undead army. And Tuxedo Guy, I imagine... he's not down with what's going on, but the tuxedo is. And so he's doing a lot of the help, but the tuxedo's in control.
Let me ask you this, though. Then between Vigo, Jackie Chan, and DDL, do we have too many handsome people on your team?
No, impossible.
Do you
impossible. I'm going to have a team of lookers. That's what I'm going for.
All right, you're up. Who's going?
Okay, so now I have to pick. Okay, family category. It's actually, I guess it's hard to put warriors from this, but there was a little movie called Santa Claus 2.
Okay.
And even before the recent movie that came out that has Santa Claus as an action hero, I always imagined Santa as a very, an extremely, almost Santa is kind of like a Tom Bombadil character. He has what really is incomparable power. Unfathomable power. And
almost it's poor writing. Whatever you need Santa Claus could do.
Strange credulity. Almost as if we have a profound disrespect for what our children will believe. But and he uses all of this power to kind of just make kids happy once a year. But think of the awesome power of Sinterklaas. Imagine standing in his way on Christmas night, and not even, honestly, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know, but I don't even think Johnny Legs can stop an irate Sinterklaas.
I think you might have crossed the line there, but
Sorry, I'm sorry.
that's propaganda tells us that Santa Claus is like a jovial guy you can control. I think in reality, he's not. He's a fucking drunk psychopath. And I think that he might, for as much magic as he gives your team, he might like cost that much in trying to control him.
Imagine you're committing 4 billion B&Es in one night. Like, obviously, that is someone who's a little looped, man.
But you know what's nice? I know from experience is to have a magic bag where you can pull anything out of it.
Yes, Santa's sack.
That's pretty good. All right. I think that I will go with my trauma. Right? No, I'm going to go with my family. I'm going to go with family. And Caitlin, what is the most important family of 2002?
Gosh, that's a great question. Star Wars?
I know, Ryan. Ask me. I know who it is.
What is it, Greg?
The Spy Kids family?
It's the Cortezes.
Oh!
And I'm taking
You took them.
I'm taking Carmen Cortez,
Oh.
who is going to have all of the tech that I need to keep this
Yes.
team alive.
Yeah.
Now, sure, she's a kid, but may I add, also a spy.
I mean, Thelma's a kid, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm skewing too many
Wait,
young
and
girls.
Spider-Man and The Ring.
Velma, they were adults. They were like in their 20s
Oh, were they?
in that movie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I lose this, whoever the winner is, I'm the Teen Titan version of the winner. Let's just make
right?
that clear right
yeah,
now.
you're ready to go.
And not on purpose. This was an accidental pervy thing. But Carmen Cortez she had the shit in the first movie. This is the second movie. She's double the spy. And
Yeah.
that's who I'm picking for my family movie.
That's good, dude, because you know what? You're going to have to get, you said this yourself, you're going to have to get people to watch this tape for the Ring Girl.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to need spies dropping in there, switching the tape with one of the other Blockbuster videos or something.
When does this fight take place, by the way? It's 1997, right? I'm worried about if this takes place in 2022. Maybe not a lot of VHS tapes being played, but that's fine.
I guess I thought of it taking place in 2002, and you would be like, "Oh, well, we still have the VHS. That's the only copy I have," and you would still bust it out occasionally.
Sure, if company was over, just be like,
Yeah,
look at my VCR.
Shall we watch a VHS? Oh, of course.
Caitlin,
Perhaps I'll read from a scroll.
you have 2 picks in a row. Your sci-fi family and comedy is gone. You've got drama and.
Oh, I already did my drama. I'm my comedy,
I'm sorry.
action, and wild card, right?
Yes, you have your drama and action to go, and your wild card.
Okay. Whew. All right. So this is the hard one because we're getting down to it. For my action, I need someone to pull out the tricks, to be a cool person, but also be able to really bring it down, like when it comes to pounding people. And so I'm going to take Zach Gibbs from Clock Stoppers. Did you guys see Clock Stoppers?
No, but he's got that Zach Morris sort of I can freeze time or slow down time.
So Ryan, he can not only freeze time, he can do some cool BMX tricks. He's a nerd, so he knows numbers and shit. So I think he's he's our good solid person for our team. So
and
yes,
he knows numbers and
he knows numbers and shit, and he did make a time machine out of a watch.
We're calling Clock Stoppers an action movie here?
Yeah, what would you call it?
Bullshit. But no, it's quite the power, I would say. Isn't Patrick Stewart the bad guy in that movie?
Yes.
Don't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really weird movie.
That's one of those I love, and then I can talk to any of my friends. They all love Clock Stoppers. It had Blink-182 soundtrack, really good soundtrack. So.
I gotta say, at the end of the 4th round, Caitlin does take a leap here because freezing time to pull the all of your opponent's pants down and then unfreezing time—that's a big deal.
Or Stitch coming and biting a leg off or something. I don't know.
Okay, I was just saying let's pants them as a little prank, but you're saying let's remove body parts with our alien.
Well, these
monster.
are we're fighting. You think Butcher Bill's not going to be in there removing body parts?
It's too late, Greg. His pants have been pulled down because time stopped.
Oh, my pants! This is terrible.
All right, Caitlin. Let's do one more round. You are up next. What do you got?
Okay. So my last one before wildcard is going to be comedy. So my comedy pick for from Snow Dogs. I'm going to take Cuba Gooding Jr. because he sure knows how to demand a team. That's for sure.
Not that you're not going to take the talking dogs, despite the fact that the dogs talk.
Not the talking dogs. I would be too scared that I would lose a dog, so I will be taking Cuba Gooding Jr.
And I want to be clear that you're not taking his character. You're taking the actor that was on the set.
Cuba Gooding Jr., the man himself.
On the set of
That's
Snow
right.
Dog.
I'm taking him,
And
and I'm running away with him right now.
What category is this?
Comedy?
Okay.
Vaunted comedy, Snow Dogs.
And all of the goodwill that you just gained with Clock Watchers is gone.
Clock Stoppers.
Clock Stoppers, sorry. I have to take my drama, and I'm going with Barry, Rageaholic, Let's Punch Some Shit, Egan from Punch Drunk Love. This is a guy
angry because his sisters always pick on him.
Angry because he can't figure out the pudding scam that he's trying to do. We have not watched Punch Drunk Love yet, so I'm going from memory here. But I think that
he has the power of love, and it makes him unstoppable. Ryan, I remember that.
I think we all have that, Greg. I have Adam Sandler comedic rage on my team now, and I think that it's sort of a Captain America thing where like he might not do that much, but he will ignite the rest of the team to do their job better.
And I know this is probably against the rules, but you got to imagine he could also bring in the water boy character a little bit, right?
I mean, it's a little tornado, and then he becomes other Adam Sandler characters. Also, do you want pudding, my team? Because we have a lot of it.
This guy's got a whole bunch of it.
Greg, you have sci-fi, comedy, drama, and family. You are missing action, and you could go wild card now. We're going to do one more Greg before we take a break. What do you got?
So one more of mine before I take a break. All right. Well, technically, a Godzilla movie came out this year. So
what
for
the
my
fuck?
wild card,
It did.
I am picking Godzilla, a dowdy warrior.
But uncontrollable? No, because he has those like seashell sirens, right? Are there like people in shells that like call him to calm down?
Often, like it seems like he's coming to do bad stuff, but then he ends up sort of teaming up with the humans a little bit. So I think that generally, once they see the purity of the heart of my warriors, I think that's when Godzilla will jump in and defend my side.
Interesting. Godzilla and Santa Claus finally together on the same team.
Finally together.
Not battling each other.
I'm glad to be fighting at your side, Godzilla. Roar! That's Godzilla doing his big roar.
We're going to take one last break, and when we come back, our final round.
That is very, very funny. Or very sad, and perhaps now you have something to think about. Or very problematic, and perhaps we have something to think about. But in any event, I'm sure you have some reaction to what you're listening to. So why not check us out on the social media? You can go to Instagram or Twitter and find us at YourPopFilter. Email contacts@YourPopFilter. Hey, everybody. Keep watching them movies.
The final round. This is when it really comes together. Like,
yes.
Right now, everybody's team, Jackie Chan, Godzilla, and Santa Claus, that's bullshit. But what if the last round, you can pull it all together? Greg, you have every category filled except for action. Where are we going?
Ryan, I have put together a team that is perfectly balanced in every way, but it is missing one key position that every team must have, and you must take one of wrestling's most charismatic superstars and the most cutting technology man has ever known, and marry those two into what is proudly a beautiful abomination. I'm speaking, of course, of the Scorpion King. Smooth and semi-featureless, moving in a herky-jerky fashion, played by maybe our next president. The Scorpion King is the last thing I need to finish off this beautiful collection of talent here.
I'm glad someone took him.
I still have memories of being in the theater, watching him like bust out.
Yes.
And like he was very clearly The Rock, but also a scorpion, but also CGI as we knew it at the time.
Yeah. Basically looked like the Coca-Cola Christmas bears just coming through. His eyes just two flat discs.
I've never seen the smell of farts. That's what that was.
He looked like he was made of Crisco.
That's a good one, Greg. But I'm going to pick somebody who could beat the living shit out of him because of grit and reality. Somebody who would like, oh, what are you, CGI? I'm going to jump off this balcony into another balcony and then punch you in the face in all your faces. I'm taking Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne driving that Mini downstairs, upstairs.
What do you got, a Mini? I'll drive it anywhere.
Drive the hell out of it.
What? Why? So many minis. So many minis in those movies. Like, because they're small, I guess. But, like, I will seriously drive it upstairs to your upstairs donut shop, buy a donut, and then drive the Mini back downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't he drives downstairs into, like, a subway station.
He drives it downstairs into a river of minis, and then he's lost forever. Caitlin, you also have one more pick. You can choose anything you want. Where are we going?
Okay, Ryan. So this one I thought long and hard about. I wanted this as my last pick because I had a feeling you guys would overlook this movie. But there is a gem in this movie that I think will totally take down your team and give us some more height on my team.
Sharpay?
So no, unfortunately, that movie did not come out in 2002. That was like 2005 or 2008. But I went on the wiki page for this character, and they have reflexes, fire breathing, flying, poise, agility, loyalty, and resourcefulness. So this thing is overall going to be in the skies for my team. It's Hugo, the dragon from Barbie Rapunzel.
What an amazing last pick, knowing for a fact that me and Greg would have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
He's also a daddy dragon, and he's like, he's a daddy dragon trying to prove to his daughter dragon that, like, you'd want to be, like, badass like me. So he has a lot to prove in this battle as well to his daughter.
He's a daddy dragon, and he's sending me dragon vibes.
Ryan, I from now on please only refer to me on the show as a daddy dragon. Greg is a bearded daddy dragon.
I will, like, when my wife is like, is Greg coming over? I'll be like, I'm sorry, what? Who? She'll roll her eyes and she'll be like, Greg the zaddy dragon, is he coming over?
She wouldn't. She'd be like, never mind, I don't care.
All right, here are the teams. Caitlin's team is from the sci-fi family, Anakin Skywalker. From the family, Stitch. Drama, Tula, from my best friend's Greek wedding. From the action family, Zach Gibbs from Clock Stoppers. From comedy, it's Cuba Gooding Jr. from Snow Dogs. That's where you're going to lose, Caitlin. And from Wildcard, this is where you're going to win. Hugo from Barbie Rapunzel.
That's right.
My team is Spider-Man, the girl from The Ring, Velma from Scooby-Doo, Carmen Cortez, she's a spy kid, Barry Egan, one of the most violent Adam Sandler characters, believe it or not, and Jason Bourne. And Greg, your team is Aragorn, played by Viggo Mortensen, Jackie Chan from The Tuxedo, Bill the Butcher, Santa Claus, just the entity of Santa Claus, Godzilla, and the Scorpion King. Caitlin, I gotta say, with all of the magic, I think it's Greg taking this down.
I think Greg has a good team, but I feel like I got some magic too. Ryan, I do have to say, I think your team's going to get squashed.
Yeah, you got some good name recognition in there, Ryan, but like for just like the fighting stats, you're going to really have to rely on strategy and tactics, I think.
I don't think you have like team players.
I love my team because my team like spends 20 minutes like with a map out. Like, okay, you're going to go here, you're going to go here.
Okay, gang, gather around.
And then we run outside and get absolutely decimated by
a dragon lands on 3 of them.
There's no stairs for the ring girl to crawl down, so she's like, what do I do?
Yeah, I really think she relies on you being very terrified by the time she shows up. I think if you're like a dragon, then she's like not going to have the same effect.
Isn't this part of what ruined House of the Dragon? Is that you guys both have... I've got like 6 elite warriors. Yeah. And you guys have giant green monsters. And there's nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do. Well... Maybe next year I'll win.
Now you know, Ryan. Now you know. You got to pick the heavy hitters. You got to comb through the movies to find your tankiest creatures.
You got to find the Godzillas and Hugo the Dragon.
I need at least one tank next time. And the girl from The Ring is probably not going to cut it.
No. But she's good for special operations. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if you had like to go take out one person, the Ring girl, She'd fucking kill it.
She's
Can
like
I-
your assassin character.
Yeah, she's an assassin for sure.
Can I just paint a picture in your guys' mind where the girl from the ring picks up Godzilla's foot and swings that entire fucking dopey lizard around to hit Hugo from Barbie Rapunzel in the face? Is that
Dude.
possible?
Godzilla would watch that tape on purpose. Just so that he could take on the ring girl.
And do his little arm masturbation.
For my team, can I get like a team chaplain? Like they don't actually take part in it, but like I would like a chaplain for my group.
Who you
Before we
thinking?
go, now that the draft is over, who's the
Yeah.
most Hawkeye of each of our teams?
Ooh.
Hawkeye?
Yeah. Well, I won't do much today, I guess.
Probably on my team, Cuba Gooding Jr. from
Yes.
Snow Dogs. Yeah.
Caitlin, you didn't even draft the character. You literally drafted the actor from the movie.
For me, it's literally like the character Jackie Chan plays in Tuxedo. The Tuxedo is very good, but he's just very much along for the ride.
No, Greg, I think it's Bill the Butcher, who's just going to be like, well, I didn't sign up for this then. Because Jackie Chan has magic powers.
Yeah.
Aragorn essentially has magic powers. And
Yes.
Aragorn's going to do that thing where like he runs up the back of Godzilla to
Yeah.
kill.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that'd
Bill-
be so fucking
I couldn't
cool.
agree more. That's definitely gonna happen.
Bill the Butcher's going to be like, well, I went to the wrong party then, didn't I?
Yeah, at the end of every fight, Bill the Butcher's gonna like walk up right at the end. He's gonna be, do I miss it? I was way back there.
But I think for every season, the Avengers should have a drama category to have that guy just be like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is crazy.
I got a bow and arrow. What's going on?
I think all of our comedy people are more ready for this fight than all of our drama people.
Yeah, dude, you do not want to get caught alone with Tuxedo Guy. That Tuxedo will kill you.
Do we have any honorable mentions? Is there anybody that you guys had planned that we did not get to?
Oh, thank you for
Yes.
asking. Yes, for
Yes.
sure. I was gonna say Jean-Luc Picard, and I figured he's the captain of the Enterprise. So if you have Picard, I think you can make the argument that he comes with the Enterprise, and those are some good moves.
Caitlin?
I have a couple. First of all, Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls. I would
Oh,
definitely
hell
take
yeah.
her. She's a
Yeah.
leader. She's strong. She's got aerial attacks. She's available to do that. Also, Steve Irwin from the Crocodile Hunter movie.
I saw that, but we all know that he died from a single crocodile.
Stingray, dude.
But
Stingray.
he is just so like mentally ready to be part of this battle. And
But
so
see,
he had,
If we're
He hadn't
doing
been
a
taken out
Marvel,
yet.
if we're doing a Marvel Snap thing, I would throw out my Velma card, and she would say, "Oh, throw a Stingray right at that guy," and then you'd be dead.
Major
hurts.
shout out to the Master of Disguise.
Oh, yeah.
He was not turtly enough for the Turtle Club, but I think he would have been a way to sneak in there. They never see him coming.
Caitlin,
Oh,
anything else?
and Stuart Little. I thought I thought Caitlin might pick Stuart Little. You know, like kind of Ant-Man vibes. Like you need someone like to sneak through the walls or to like drive a little RC car, maybe that's got like explosives taped to
He's
the
just
bottom.
too much of a soft boy, and you already got Godzilla, who could totally like snatch that boy up and just
That's
eat him
true, yeah.
in a bite. So couldn't
Uh,
take Stewart in the battle.
I had Frank Abagnale from Catch Me If You Can because he was good at like tricking people because I was playing a very different game than you guys. I also had Beyonce from Austin Powers 2.
Ooh,
Oh
And
man, hell
I
yeah!
don't- Again,
member?
much like Cuba Gooding Jr., I didn't look up her name. It was just Beyonce. I have
Yeah.
the power of Beyonce.
Foxy Cleopatra, I'm pretty sure.
Foxy Cleopatra. Also, we did not talk about Triple X. Vin
Oh.
Diesel was a snowboarding spy
Fuck.
assassin.
Wow, I should have taken him.
And
But
then,
who
Blade,
would've-
right?
What if there was no snow?
then he just eats shit immediately.
Ow!
And then
How do I use these legs?
for family, I got a Spy Kid. But if I couldn't, I would have gotten Like Mike, which is Lil Bow Wow with
Oh,
Michael Jordan's
yes.
Oh
shoes.
yeah.
Yes, he could jump so well.
He could
make-
jump so
dunk
well.
on people.
I love at the end of every fight when you totally lost, but somebody's like, "Oh, but you jumped so well."
You
Congratulations.
got dunked
Jumping,
on them.
honey.
That is the 2002 Avengers. We will wait for Mike to come and give his decision on who won. For Greg, for Caitlin, I am Ryan, and please, 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 please keep watching those movies.
Excellent. I'm glad to be fighting at your side, Godzilla.
So, while Americans overwhelmingly support the right of an individual to make their own decisions about abortion, unfortunately, that right is no longer protected anywhere in the U.S. The Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade on June 24th. Abortion is a basic healthcare need for millions of people who can become pregnant. Restricting access to comprehensive reproductive care, including abortion, threatens the health and independence of all Americans. Even if you live in a state where abortion rights are upheld, access to safe medical procedures shouldn't be determined by location, and it shouldn't be the privilege of a small few. And we're already seeing certain medical practices be restricted even in those states. You can help by donating to local abortion funds. To find out where to donate for each state, visit donationsforabortion.com. That's the number 4, donationsforabortion.com. If you or someone you know needs help, or if you want to get more involved, here are 5 resources. 1. Shout Your Abortion is a campaign to normalize abortion. 2. Don't Ban Equality is a campaign for companies to take a stand against abortion restrictions. 3. Abortion.cafe has information about where to find clinics. 4. PlantCpills.org provides early at-home abortion pills that you can keep in your medicine cabinet. And 5. Choice.crd.co. That's choice.crd.co has a collection of these resources and more. You can also find all the links to these resources at podvoices.help and in the show notes. We encourage you to speak up, take care, and spread the word.